Now that the two big modern military first-person shooters have been released, the internet super nerd rage my favorite game is better than your favorite game-a-thon has begun, and to be honest, I could give a shit less. The whole debate as to which platform is better or which game is better is some of the dumbest shit I've read on the internet in a long time. So before anyone asks whether I prefer Battlefield 3 over Modern Warfare 3, or whether one platform is better than another, let's just get it out of the way. I don't give a shit. Both games are good and all platforms are good. So with that, let's talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Your world as you knew it is gone. How far will you go to bring it back? Shepard created a war, but only we knew the truth.
So, has anything new been brought to the table with this yearly release of Call of Duty? No, not really. You're pretty much getting the final missions of the Modern Warfare story, with some new Spec Ops missions and multiplayer levels. But just because there isn't much new doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad thing. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The campaign's 17 missions spread out over 3 acts took me 6.5 hours to complete on the normal difficulty setting. The game essentially picks up right where Modern Warfare 2 ended, with Price and Nikolai evacuating a near-death soap to an outpost in India. Due to Makarov's hijinks in the previous game, Russia is going balls out on attacking the US. Again, you'll play as several different characters throughout the campaign, including Sergeant Derek Frost Westbrook, ex-Russian operative Yuri, and SAS operative Sergeant Marcus Burns. Each character has their own role in the story, which involves putting a halt to the Russian assault and tracking down Makarov and ending the impending World War once and for all. If you haven't played Modern Warfare 2, you're likely not going to know what the hell's going on, so I don't recommend starting here until you've done so. I enjoyed the single-player campaign immediately. It has a very Call of Duty feel to it, with the intense action sequences that had my adrenaline pumping throughout the game's entirety, the breach sequences we've come to expect, and the clever and seamless integration of vehicle sequences. Every level is filled with tons of crazy shit, and the final mission is epic in true Modern Warfare fashion. It's also important to note that a disturbing content notice is in place, like its predecessor, to warn you of a sequence that may be a bit disturbing for some viewers. To me, it wasn't as bad as the one found in Modern Warfare 2, but it wasn't pleasant by any means. This is one of the smoothest running games I've played in a long time on a console. I played the Xbox 360 version and noticed stunning visuals with no tearing and a constant frame rate. Once I hopped online, I thought the graphics weren't quite as impressive, but I have to assume this was intentional to keep the frame rate up. This may not be true, but that's how it appeared to me. An upbeat soundtrack complements the intense and constant action as well. A series of cool weapons have been added, including hybrid scopes, which let you both have a holographic sight and an extended range scope on the same weapon, and a remote-controlled assault drone that just tears apart the enemies. These were extremely useful in the single-player campaign, and I can only imagine their effectiveness in the online multiplayer matches. Spec Ops has returned with the same types of missions you'd expect, but this time also includes a new survival mode, which spawns waves of enemies. You only start with a pistol and must move on from there, earning cash for kills, which may be spent to purchase better weapons, upgrades, armor, and bombs on the fly. While not Nazi zombies, I did have a pretty good time playing this. A few changes have been made to the multiplayer this time around that should help to eliminate some of the cheap tactics some players utilized in previous games. You can no longer go from standing to prone instantly, kill streaks have been modified, and the way that you upgrade your gear has changed. Kill streaks are now no longer earned from just kills, but rather by points that you earn for doing relevant in-game actions. As someone who's pretty shitty at shooters, this is a nice feature for me, as I'll now be able to actually utilize some of those cool kill streaks. You no longer earn currency to unlock weapons and upgrades either. Weapons will be unlocked automatically with your level, while attachments and proficiencies for these weapons will be unlocked by simply using the weapons over time. I like this system better, as it prevents players from banking up points to unlock the best gear, as now they must progressively unlock them over time. Whether or not any of these changes will have effects on the balancing of the multiplayer matches is yet to be seen though. I'd also like to point out that at the time of this review, I was unable to get Call of Duty Elite to work, so I can't offer any insight on the integration with the game. I was unable to register my account neither in-game nor on the website. So is Modern Warfare 3 better than Battlefield 3, or does Modern Warfare suck a fat dick? I don't care. I had a great time playing the exciting yet familiar single-player campaign, and while I'm absolutely terrible at the online multiplayer, It's exciting and extremely addicting to the point that I just can't set my controller down, despite the rage-inducing high blood pressure that's sure to follow. Is the game good? Absolutely. Check out the full write-up and screenshots over at ZeitgeistGameReview.com. Stay up to date by following me on Twitter and Facebook, and make sure to check out all of the other great gaming entertainment on the Game Station. Don't forget to subscribe and press the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching.